I hope people don't think that I'm just trying to rationalize my desire to smoke. Listen, I do like to smoke a little tobacco, I admit. But I've given it up before and I could give it up again. I do make a mountain out of a molehill. I know that. That's the experience I've had from quitting in the past. In the meantime, I try to see the health benefits, and people think, well, now he is rationalizing, he's making stuff up. But look into it. Okay, there are certain health benefits that you don't hear about. Lower incidence of Alzheimer's is one of them. Okay, and you're going to hear people that profess to be experts that will disagree. They'll say, well, those are generalizations, just like it is that this guy, what was it, Richard Overton, that lived to be 112, and people, when asked what he attributed his longevity to, he said, well, smoking cigars and drinking whiskey. Okay, that's what he believed. As a man thinketh. The power of the placebo has been scientifically proven. So you can't say I'm wrong. Okay, there's very toxic food people are consuming. How little we hear about that, right? But there's very toxic food, toxic additives and chemicals and undigestible things that cause sickness, disease, things like diabetes, endless diseases. Just having a toxic acidic system is an incubator for all the diseases. So having the wrong pH. How often do you hear anybody in the medical community talking about your pH levels and how to get it adjusted right? Okay? I'm just saying, friends. Okay, I want the best for you. Get it. Get it. Okay, but don't condemn, villainize, demonize smokers so much. To me, that's like the hypocrites that strain out a gnat yet swallow a camel. Don't make such a big deal out of it. I don't smoke. I'm sensitive in social situations. Okay, I don't have to smoke. I'm like a tobacco nicotine camel. I can go hours without smoking. It's not that big a deal. In fact, it's good for me, and I always enjoy it. All of a sudden, I feel free to that degree. I don't feel like I need to smoke because I've determined I'm not going to smoke. I'm around this person. I'm in this social situation. If I can't walk away because I'm driving in an automobile and I don't want to request a pit stop for such a trivial matter as smoking a cigarette, that I don't need the restroom, then I'm not going to do it. I'm going to pass. Okay? So I'm not that hung up on tobacco, but I say, don't make such a big stink out of it. Don't condemn me, please. Don't villainize smokers. Don't demonize smokers to that degree. I mean, I come from a generation where people smoked in supermarkets. Ask anybody from my generation. They smoked in the dentist's office. They smoked on airplanes. They smoked wherever the hell they wanted to, in restaurants all the time. Everybody smoked. It seemed like, okay, and so that's the way it used to be. But now it's like, oh my God, anybody that's still left smoking is the evil one. They're the cause of everybody else's problems or something. And I'm giving vast sums of money. I mean, this tax they put on tobacco, you see how creative they're getting with these anti smoking commercials? They keep coming up with new ones. I mean, somebody's making a fortune off my taxes for tobacco. But are they educating you about, hey, you need to eat lightly scrambled eggs and butter, and this will offset your diabetes, and maybe you don't need to spend $1,200 a month. I mean, vast sums of money in insulin. Do you understand? Are they talking about that? Do you understand why it troubles me that I see all this stuff? This is insanity. This whole world is just rife with madness. But then what do I expect from these masterminds at the top that cause all of our problems? Same crap. Do they educate you? No. No, they don't. They don't want you educated. They want you disempowered, dumbed down. Knowledge is power. Anti knowledge is anti power. Do you understand? So by keeping you confused and ignorant, then and keeping the waters muddied and bloodied and telling you that's the only hope, that's the path of least resistance, that's the prudent, pragmatic, practical path to take. Ignorance is bliss. Okay? That's what we've got, and that's where people are today, and it's really sad, and I've got to speak up. And that bugs me that, yeah, they're targeting smokers and making such a damn big deal when we've made a lot of progress on that front. Okay? So this is stupid, man. It makes me nuts. How long did George Burns live, too? Smoking cigars all the time. We got these two women that were beaten in England. God, that was ugly. You know what? If I'd seen those punks, man, pacifism goes out the window. I start breaking faces. Okay, that's what starts happening. I see you doing that to women? Dudes, I'm a pacifist. I hate violence. But, like Moses, I'll pull a Moses on you. I'm not going to premeditate it. Oh, no, it's just going to happen spontaneously. I'll break your freaking neck, man. You're ugly, man. It makes me ashamed to be of the same gender. You sicken me, you piss ants, due to those women. I talk about how women have greater power than men, and it's really true. It really is the natural law. Look up that term and you'll see what I mean. This is where this whole idea of women and children first, why men are, the display of gallantry is a beautiful quality. Okay, it pertains to this natural law. Okay, these are the child bearers. And to talk about power, look, the female has the power to extinct our very species. Okay, God, I believe, was primarily male. And then he figured out, hey, I'm not self-satisfied. I need to create a counterpart, the female. And what I'm going to do, because I'm selfish, then I'm going to be selfless. I'm going to give her more power than I have. And to show you, hey, who's really boss? Even the inventor of the game of chess, right? Well, we know that was a thinker that came up with that game, right? Now, who has the greatest power in that game? Well, we say the king is how you lose the game. You don't lose it by losing your queen, but who has the greatest power? What's the most valuable piece? The most versatile piece? It is the queen. I mean, if there's one piece you don't want to lose early off in the game, that's your queen. So yeah, I'm a firm believer. Whatever the opposite of a misogynist is, that's what I am. So we've had some people drown, and up here in Whiskey Town Lake, we had a 25-year-old, I think he was, that drowned trying to swim across the lake. I mean, all of a sudden you get cramps, and your body gets paralyzed, and you drown. And people got to take precautions. I saved my oldest daughter twice. One time, she was probably about 5, and I saved her from drowning in a pool. I was right there, so I saw her. But, if I had just a few more seconds, I mean, if not paying attention, and I would have missed her. But she was at the bottom of the pool, and I had to go in. She hadn't been down there long enough. She didn't lose her breath, so there was no CPR needed. But nevertheless, it was one of those situations. Any more time, I would have lost my daughter. And another time in Yosemite, we was Nevada Falls up there, and there was this natural water slide up there, and we were going down that, and she got caught in a turbulent section, and she was going to drown again, and I had to hurry up down there. I just hustled down on my chest and right into the water and grabbed her, but twice. So these things, you got to watch your kids, man, when they're little, before they're really adept swimmers and know the perils out there. You got to watch your kids, man. But it can happen. It can happen. I hear people leaving their kids in car seats. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of, sometimes I can be a little spaced out, and I think, man, I'm glad I never did that. But I've done some other stupid things. But listen, folks, you got kids, you got to be there 100% for those kids. And, you just, there's reminders. I mean, there could be an automatic light that comes on in people's cars, and aftermarket lights that are sold that say, first thing that happens when the ignition goes off, check back seat. And until you check the back seat, turn your head and look, you can't turn off the chime. I mean, that's all it would take to prevent these deaths. There's 101 ways that we could prevent people from forgetting their kids and leaving them in a hot car. But, when it comes to drowning, that's a bigger deal. And this is a 14-year-old kid that drowned in the San Francisco Bay. I don't know if it stresses anybody else out, but it stresses me out to go on email. And I haven't been on my email for 4 months. And I'm feeling like, that's bad. Like, wow, what's wrong with this guy? What am I doing? I can't go and check my... It's time consuming. And I don't know. But I apologize. I'm not going on Facebook or nothing. I don't. But everybody, please forgive me. This is my one outlet. I do this series of YouTube videos, and I love everybody. I want the best for you. I bless you. I'm glad. I hope you're enjoying your life. I hope nothing negative is happening in your life. I just want you to soar with the eagles and find happiness and peace. I hope you have a beloved and you're happy together. I hope if you don't have a beloved that you're seeking and that you found one and that you're in love. That's what I am. I'm in love. My whole life is better just being in love. And even if it remains unrequited, I've benefited hugely. And I hope to God it's not. I hope this gal that I'm in love with, I hope, maybe I'm delusional, but I kind of think that she might have, have an eye on me and she might take me up on a date. I'm just hoping that. And hey, you know what? I got to turn it over to God and just remember that He loves her infinitely more than me. But I'm reaping huge benefits, and she's causing me to be a better man just by allowing myself to be in love with her. Her being so cute, so attractive to me. I mean, I like everything about her. If somebody asks, well, what is he? What do you like? I like her face. I like everything. I like her profile. I like it a lot. I like her name. I like the color of her skin. I like her body. I like everything. Everything. I like the way she dresses. I like the way she talks. I like her spirit. I like her attitude. I like her eyes. I like her through and through. She's absolutely perfect for me. She is 100% perfect for me. I could give 100% of myself to this woman. I am 100% certain of that fact. So I want her, but I've got to be at peace in the meantime until I have her hand, if she allows that. But it's up to her. I just have to let her know that I want her. I just can't imagine a man wanting her more. I'm completely smitten by her. And if a better man than me gets her hand, then I've got to wish her the best. Yeah, of course I'll be jealous. Are you kidding? I mean, how long it took me to find a girl I really felt like I could invest 100% of myself into, that I just wanted to serve, give to, bring flowers to, take out on dates, go steady with. I wanted to be my wife, and I was certain from a distance, like an ancient memory of a long lost love. I feel like, I mean, it's that special to me that I feel like there's been something there forever, for all eternity. There's been a connection, and God has done something to bring it back together. That's not to say that people can't be in love with other people and be rejected and say, hey, I love them too. I'll always love them forever. And there's a special connection. But you've got to be able to give 100% of yourself to one person. And I believe that's the greatest gift, the greatest blessing God can ever give a man is a woman. And that's how I feel about this woman, is I just absolutely know that she would be such a huge force for good in my life if I could ever have her hand. And you know what I mean by that. Yes, I would like to marry her. And I just want to be a huge blessing for her. That's it. I only want as much time as she wants to give me. And that's it, man. I just want to bless her. I want to serve and protect. And I want a selfless relationship because I'm a selfish man. And I just want to be happy. And I just can't be happy. I just know I can't be happy. At least I can't be happy without pursuing the hand of the girl of my dreams. I cannot. I just cannot. I cannot be self-satisfied. I cannot be content. I need it. It is a godly thing, a godly calling. I want that. There's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with it, nothing immoral. It's right before the eyes of God to be in love, to pursue, to seek love, to be in love, to be one, to be whole. It's a beautiful thing. And I love you, sweetheart. I want you. I want you more than any other girl in the whole world. That's it. That's it. My former beloved doesn't want me. I've held my hand out there literally for decades, and she wants nothing to do with me. I don't know why. She's got no reason to dislike me, to hate me at this point. If she wants to be unforgiving about the way I hurt her that caused her to dump me in the first place, well, she can hold on to that. It's not going to help her forever because God has set me free. And it's okay for me to fall in love again.